Welcome back to Visium Voices. I'm your host Daniela, and today we have our talented recruiting managers, Sarah. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Woo! Hello.
Hi Sarah, how are you doing?
Good, I'm glad to be here.
So Sarah, one of our main topics that we're getting a lot about questions is about cover letters. When it comes to cover letters, we have some industries that really like to have it, but then it's really hard for the job seekers to do them. It's just time consuming. So what's your general opinion about them?
Yeah, so working in this industry for 10 years as a recruiter and now a recruiting manager has given me some insights into how I like to work. So yeah, in my opinion, I feel like they have a place for sure in job seekers, portfolio when they're getting ready to apply. That includes a cover letter, their resume and certifications and any endorsements. All of those are good things to have at the ready. So a cover letter is something that is nice to have, but I kind of feel like, especially the way I work, I value resumes more than a cover letter because I'm more interested in seeing keywords of experience that the person has, along with like the work experience. And they're just more valuable to me at the end of the day in a lot of situations than a cover letter, because cover letters focus more on the soft skills of a person, or maybe explaining gaps and different things like that. So if you have a scenario where it may be a good option to do a cover letter, I think that would make sense. But in large part, it's more so moving away from that to where it's ATS systems, for example. Yeah. There's a lot of keywords that are being looked for in terms of your technology experience, and that's something that I value as searching for as a recruiter on resumes more.
Yeah, totally understand. And so let's say if someone prefers not to do a traditional cover letter, what are some alternatives? For example, doing video introductions. Do you think these are effective alternatives?
Yeah, there's many effective alternatives that you can do. I think video introductions are going to be something we're going to see a lot more of. The reason videos are a great idea is because you're actually going to go ahead and show a little more about your personality and have them hear your interest level. So by them hearing, instead of just seeing it on paper or seeing it written on a traditional cover letter, it is going to go a lot further in having them consider you and set you apart from others that they are reviewing. Our company deals with a software platform called Hinterview, and Hinterview is exactly what we're talking about, is creating a short video of kind of selling and summarizing the experience that you have. And that way the manager can kind of see a little more. They can hear the voice, they can see the person behind the resume to get a better sense of their excitement level, for the job. And we've had great success with that. And we hear that hiring managers with a lot of our clients do appreciate it. So it's a great thing, to keep in mind when you want to consider doing a video. And it's all about, setting your resume apart from other candidates, and a video would be a great way to do it. Also, I would say as far as the networking events that are around your city or town are a great option too, because anytime that you can meet someone outside of the workplace can give them more of a sense of wanting to kind of help you and be there as a referral to potentially get you into the company. So doing that's also going to set you apart.
Okay, awesome. Well, when do you think cover letters might actually be a good idea? Are there certain situations or industries where they could really make a difference when you send them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's very important because in the first situation that I can think of, it would be if you have a gap on your resume or you are changing industries and trying to break into something new and you don't have the actual work responsibilities on your resume, is you can kind of write out why it is that you're interested in making the change. Because at the end of the day, you want to think like a hiring manager. So a hiring manager is going to want to eliminate as many concerns as possible from the fact that the person may not work out for them. So by doing a cover letter, you can add a little more information and get them to understand why you're applying to something in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then also if it's a more C-level position and it talks more about achievements, a cover letter could be a great option for that, to kind of showcase the achievements you've had in your past career. And the other one is when you don't have a lot of experience, because say you're just coming out of school. What's good about a cover letter is it's supplemental and it's something where you can add extra information that wouldn't necessarily be seen on your resume since you didn't have the experience. So the types of things that I would think of is you could highlight the classes that you took and kind of go into maybe a little more detail on that, or you could talk about the hands-on internships that you were a part of, or just kind of the type of student that you were. You know, you can also indicate dependable, straight A student. You know, I had a full-time job as I did this and I'm very dedicated to whatever I do. So I just think all in all, it's a good supplemental thing to do for those that don't have job experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I think a lot of people will be watching and be happy to hear all this information about cover letters. But we actually do have 2 questions that we received from some of our viewers. So the first question would be, what question should I ask the interviewer?
Yeah, so I always like the idea of asking the hiring manager, is there anything that you would like for me to clarify a little bit further? This is because it's important for you to make sure that everything that you were trying to convey has come across, and if there's any lingering questions that the manager has an opportunity to ask for clarification. And then the other question is, you know, a good one because it shows that you're interested in the details, and the question is, what is a typical day like for your company, and what would be the typical day for this position? So that way you hear what they say and you can kind of reiterate the importance of why that works for you.
Yeah, awesome. So second question would be, how do I follow up after an interview?
So absolutely, right after the interview, you're going to want to do a thank you letter. The thank you letter is reiterating and showing them that you have an understanding from the interview about how, you know, what they want, so you can highlight that. And then also I would say about a week after your interview, so like 5 business days, it would be good for you to go ahead and send a follow-up email. I wouldn't necessarily recommend phones just because that could be a little bit too on the spot for the manager. And at the end of the day, you know, we want it to be good for both parties, but we want to make sure that the manager has, you know, not so much pressure, but you do put your intent out there that you're looking for feedback and you're still interested.
Well, that's some great information for our job seekers out there. Well, thank you very much for coming here, Sarah. We enjoyed you here, and I hope to see you another time.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.